today I'm actually welcoming everybody to have a seat and relax so we talk about overcoming fear during a job interview. Once again, my name is Timex Pekene, your number one solutions architect, your number one project management strategist. I am your personal trainer and your business advisor. Today is indeed special, and we'll be able to take off the fear, the burden off your shoulder as we talk about the strategies concerning our interviews and how to come up as the best and the most sought after candidate. Let's go. Alright, overcoming fear during a job interview, it's something that is most important for job seekers. You know, fear sometimes interferes with your knowledge, and it's time for us to break it down. When you have that fear in you, you will not be able to show what you got inside of you. It's time to tear it. It's time to bring it down. I have come up with several steps that I want us to look into. I have been able, to combat fear when I feel it. And I think every professional communicator, experts we have in various fields, even the interviewers themselves, they feel this uncertainty within them. But what would they rather do? They would rather prepare for it. They would rather come up with strategies on battling it. Once again, you have your solutions architect with you. I am your personal trainer. Let's talk about your success. Let's talk about how you would be able to hit the next job without allowing fear to deny you your rightful place. Okay. Yeah, there are lots of strategies I want us to look into, and on my list I've gathered lots of them, and which I have numbered up to 10. So we're going to be moving from 1 to 10. Then I'll be able to explain them to you, and I believe at the end of this training, at the end of this session, you would be good. You would come out through as that professional communicator. Alright. Let's go. What is number 1 on the list concerning fear? Okay? What is number 1? Number 1 on my list is preparation. But before we talk about preparation, I want to tell you that overcoming fear during your job interview, it's something everybody feels, okay? It's something I feel too. It's something most of the professionals we have do feel. It doesn't run on automatic, but for us to lift them off, we must decisively come up with strategies on battling them. Alright, this training is coming straight to you to encourage you on how to build your confidence and to increase your chances of success. So here are the few steps which I've put together to combat that fear that have been standing between you and your job. Right, number 1 is preparation. Preparation is something that we cannot overemphasize. It's very important. So how do you prepare? I would say you prepare by first of all researching the company. Okay, when you research the company, you learn about the company's missions. You may want to look at their values and look at their products and the services. Also, and then recent news and development in the media about the organization. All these would help you to answer specific questions if they might show up. And the company would know that you have genuine interest in their organizations. Talking about preparation, haven't done the research of the company. The next thing is for you to understand your job description. Okay, you have to familiarize yourself with the job requirements. I look at the kind of responsibilities in the JD so you can discuss it skillfully. You talk about your past experience and how to align them. All right, so you must understand the job description. What I would say in this preparation, that is by practicing your answers. You have to practice how you will come out through to them. You prepare your response, you look at common interview questions, and you practice them very well. If you have a friend like me, or maybe a loved one, somebody that is quite close to you that can give you good analysis of your presentation, then you do that. If there is nobody with you, I think the mirror and some recording device can help you get the best out of it. And in the form of preparation, you still would be required to come up with some questions that you would ask the panelists, all right? You may prepare some thoughtful questions about the company. You look at their team formation, the kind of team that they have, the role, and you would be able to ask them questions that will show that you are genuine and you have genuine interest in the company. And when you are engaging them, ensure that you come out through plainly, all right? Don't be robotic. Mix an emotion when you are coming out through. So I haven't talked about preparation. What else do we have on my list? We have so much. But number 2, I would say mock interviews. Mock interviews are very, very important. You want to play the game theory. You want to be able to envisage what should happen. So you have to conduct mock interviews with friends or your family members. You have to talk to somebody that you look up to as a mentor, and this person may conduct a mock interview, look for some questions that are prevalent in that industry or for that role, and ask you, because this will help you become more comfortable in answering questions. It's very important. You consider using mock interviews for preparations. It's something that we must always do, okay? There are certain sites, if you dare get into, you see simulated questions. These questions may be close to real life. Some interviews may be simulated. You go there, you take them, and when you take them, your chances of becoming close to what they would expect you to show increases. All right, so that is about mock interviews. I haven't said that. The next is for us to, positively visualize. That is positive visualization. You want to see the interview from beginning to the end, and then envisage your performance. You have to visualize yourself succeeding in the interview. You imagine yourself being confidently answering their questions, and then you are creating good impressions. This can actually help you to reduce on anxiety. So that is beautiful, okay? So once again, my name is Timex Pekene, your number 1 solutions architect. I am your project management strategist, your go-to personal coach. And today we are talking about reducing fears. We are talking about eliminating fears. We are talking about combating fears during job interviews, which is very important. Lots of times people step into interviews without envisaging it, and when they get in there, what happens? They make mistakes, things that they have practiced, things that they know they are not being able to communicate it. So it's good you have knowledge of what can play out during the real life interview. So number 4 is for us to have a deep breath, breathing and relaxation techniques. It's natural that you may feel an inner fear, that anxiety may warm up in you. So what do you do at the time? You take a deep breath. You inhale and you exhale in a relaxed way, to combat it. So that is it. When you do this, you see that your nerves will now start relaxing. Okay, so you practice this deep breath exercise to calm those nerves that have been panicked. Okay, you inhale and then deeply, maybe you can do it through your nose for a count of 4, or you hold it for another count of 4, and then you exhale. All right, so this is gonna take down those anxieties. It will take off the fear. Fear, like I said, it's something that wants to stop you. So if you don't have a strategy of stopping your fears, you may not get to where you're going to. Someone will say, fear is false evidence appearing real. Somehow I believe them, because in several occasions that I had felt the confidence, that I felt that I'm good, not being able to combat the fear that I feel, most times have not succeeded in certain areas, and this is why I feel there are lots of people that are facing this challenge also, and today is indeed the right time for us to start combating that. Talking about experiences, we have been conducting mock interviews for our students around the world, and sometimes we see them fidgeting, people that are good in that knowledge area, fidgeting and not being able to speak very well, not being able to communicate their knowledge because of this monster called fear. So this is the right time for us to tear it down. Number 5 is important, and that is for us to have a kind of self-talk. You have to talk yourself up. You have to encourage yourself. You have to motivate yourself. You have to see yourself given a positive affirmation to yourself that you're doing well, that you're going to do well. When you do that, you picture yourself as the professional that they are looking for, and that's indeed who you are. If you feel certain about your knowledge, then you are knowledgeable. So that is what you would have to do there. You self-talk yourself. You encourage yourself in a way to be positive. You encourage yourself like you are the best among others that are going to be interviewed tomorrow. So this positive affirmation will help you to scale up, will help you to spark you up like a cordite buried in your nerves, and all of a sudden you will be bigger than the interview. So that is self-motivation. Motivation is a scarce commodity. It's something that if you're not making one for yourself, nobody around the world would want to do that for you. Alright? So that is what I'm saying. You use your motivations to inspire yourself. So number 6, what do we do? Number 6, to battle our fears, is to dress appropriately. A friend one time told me, he said, you are addressed the way you dress. Would you say he was wrong? I believe him somehow. Yeah, because people, for instance, when they see your appearance, they would want to make judgment of who you may be. I remember a time that I was invited for an interview. In fact, that was my first job. Okay, and then among many others, about 22 others that were invited for the interview, I was the only one on suit. At first sight, one of the panelists saw me and shouted, "Wow, this is the man I've been looking for. Come and see the spark." And you know what? That was a borrowed suit. It doesn't matter if the tie or whatever thing that is the attire on you is borrowed or not, but you have to appear smart. Because people assume professionals would appear smart. So you don't want to come up with attire that will underrepresent you. Dress well. So dressing well can boost your self-esteem and increase your acceptance. That is about number 6. So number 7 is arrive early. I would say never you go for an interview. Peradventure, the interview is going to be in a co-located environment where you're required to appear physically. You have to appear on time and before the time. So that is that. It's very important, arriving early. You have to make plans to arrive that location very, very early, because it has its way of encouraging you to be at your best. But if you come in late, the panic would already be there. You see the panic coming in because you feel you're running out of time. If you're running out of time, you're running out of professionality. Arrive early. Alright? Try and arrive early. It may require you to go a day before the date and take a snapshot of the environment, see how long it can take you. If it's a place that you might be experiencing traffic, is encouraged that you get there first before the appropriate date. So number 8 is for us to come in with supportive materials. Supportive materials is very important. You need supportive materials. Extra copies of your resume can give you an advantage, and maybe you have a list of references and notepad for taking notes during the interview. So this is important. All right, that is very important in battling your fears. You have to be on top of your game. Number 9 is be yourself. Originality is the way. Originality is important. Be yourself. Yes, certain times we may want to come out through as professionals. All right? That the person, you may want to talk, like use verbiages that people in that industry, professionals in that industry are using, all right? But ensure that when you're bringing out those words, you are not stumbling, like you're finding it difficult to pronounce them as the professionals would. Look for those words, rehearse them, say them, organize some how do I put it, some sentences that can help you come out professionally and that your originality can be seen. And one way to get it done, put that passion, let emotion be heard in your voice. Okay? Authenticity is important. And when you're being natural, you can take out nervousness. So try to be genuine and let your personality shine through. Okay? Do not withhold your originality. Let it show. It's very important. Number 10 on our list is follow-up, or like follow-up questions. That is, you have to prepare yourself for follow-up questions. You may pick up some areas that you would want them to shine a little light in. All right? Follow-up questions is good, or maybe you give them some feedbacks like saying thank you at the end of it. That may be like you're sending them a mail at the end of the interview. So express your gratitude, all right? And make them feel and believe in you that this person, if we give this person this opportunity, that this person will come to work as a grateful human being. So that is about how we combat fears. And over the years, this has been my strategies. These 10 bullet points have been my strategies. So now let's reiterate what they are, all right, before we bring this session to an end. So number 1 on the list is what? Preparations. Number 2, mock interviews. Number 3, positive visualization. Number 4, breathing and relaxation techniques. Number 5, self-talk. You talk yourself up, you encourage yourself, you inspire yourself, all right? Number 6, dress appropriately, all right? It's very important because you might be judged the way you are dressed. Number 7, arrive early. Number 8, bring supportive materials. 9, be yourself. Be yourself. Number 10, come up with follow-up questions, give feedbacks, give affirmations, and throw light in certain areas. Send an email to them to show that you are grateful, and if this opportunity is given to you, you are more than willing to work with the organization. Yeah, once again, my name is Timex Bikini, your number 1 solutions architect, your go-to project management strategist, your business advisor, and your personal coach. All right, so do these 10 things, and then you will come up with great testimonies, and you have so much to share. I believe you are a professional, and I wouldn't want fear to stand in your way. And that's why I'm coming up with this strategy for us to combat these fears and tear them totally down, and why we scale. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm listening and watching out for your testimonies. All right, all the best. Do have a pleasant interview next time. Thank you.